Hey, so good morning, Vanessa. I wanted to make you this video. I thought maybe it might help if we were kind of almost like sitting side by side and I could explain a little bit more about what you're doing with parallel structure. Okay, what you're really grouping together when you're doing parallel structure is you're grouping like grammatical things. And what I mean by that is there are different kinds of verbs. So there's an infinitive form of a verb, and don't get intimidated by the language here. All it means is a to be form of a verb. So when we put to in front of a verb, that's an infinitive form of a verb. So to dance, to sing, to shout, to walk, to run. I don't know if you've ever taken Spanish, but in Spanish, that's when you have any verb with like AR or IR or ER at the end. So gustar or tocar. So tocar like guitarra. So to play the guitar. Okay. So we need those sort of infinitive forms for special occasions to talk about things. So to dance, to sing, to shout. And then we have just regular verbs where we talk about, verb. It's what you do. Dance, sing, shout, walk, run, fight, sing. Okay? And then adjectives, of course, adjectives are descriptive words where we talk about the qualities of people or of things or of animals or what have you. So kind, noble, intelligent, loyal, fair. And then nouns are a little bit more tricky when it comes to parallelism because we're talking about people, places, things, ideas. And here is one of the few places where we really kind of separate nouns, and we have to talk about people and group those together in places and group those together in things. So, for example, if I'm talking about going to the store, I'm not going to talk about, hey, I'm going to go to the store to visit Mary, pick up some apples, pay a bill, and purchase some stamps. Alright, so if I say I'm going to go to the store to visit Mary, pick up some apples, pay a bill, and purchase some stamps, I'm kind of all over the place. And honestly, in conversations, we could very well be all over the place. But when it comes to writing, we have to be far more strategic and far more to the point. And so when we're listing things, parallel structures would be about being more strategic. So I'm going to the store to pick up apples. Sorry, that's my dog. So I'm going to the store to pick up apples, grapes, veggies, meatballs, and pasta. Okay? So I've got a clear, like it's all objects, and probably to make a specific thing, but it's grouped together in like items. So it makes sense. I'm not all over the map. I'm not asking the reader to kind of extrapolate what it is that I'm doing in addition to just going to the store. So now I'm going to go back to your actual handout to talk about how this works in some of the examples in your handout, okay? Alright. So my dog is overweight and moves clumsily. Alright, so we have what's called to be verbs in English. Let me go back here. To be verbs in English are am, is, are, was. Am, is, are, was, were, being, and been. My dog is overweight and moves around clumsily. And moves clumsily. You don't have to rely so much on the original wording. In fact, for something like this, your goal is to make it work more effectively. So you want to say, my dog is overweight and is clumsy. Okay, or no, I really think that that's probably going to be the most effective way to kind of make that, because here you have a verb, moves, and here you have a to be verb. So again, if you're going to use a to be verb here, I would just use another one there. I put overweights. So to keep it kind of the same sort of verb classes together, and so we have a to be verb and then an adjective, another to be verb and an adjective, and you have to do the same things when it comes to parallel structure. All right, so we'll do another one here. And apparently, my dog. In the afternoon, there's either rain, or every afternoon in the mountains, it either rains or there's hail. In the afternoon, there's either rain or... I would leave this first part the way it is, and I would say... It either rains or hails. Don't try to complicate what's there. Okay, so there is hail. It seems to be describing something that happened, whereas it either rains or it hails. It either rains or hails. It's just point blank fact. It's kind of like stating a fact. And this is like after the fact. There is hail. You know what I mean? And it has a to be verb, whereas this doesn't. So get rid of the to be verb, and there's kind of useless. You wouldn't say or there hails. You would just say it either rains or hails. If that makes sense, all right? We'll do another one. Your job consists of arranging the books, cataloging new arrivals, and the pamphlets have to be alphabetized. So I think your instincts are really good on this, and that you notice this. So when you have an ing form of a verb, so this is another form of a verb, it's called a progressive. What else is it called? Continuous. Your job consists of arranging, cataloging. You know what? Actually, I think your answer right there is perfect. Your job consists of arranging, cataloging, alphabetizing books, pamphlets, and new arrivals. How you organize that is great, because you have your verbs here and they're in order, and then you put the nouns at the end, which is what you want to do. And so that's really what parallel structure is about, is by organizing things. And I don't know why when I first read it in my head, but it's early and I'm a pre-coffee moment, so that's great. That's exactly what you're looking to do. Okay. Alright, I'll do one more, and then I'm going to leave it back to you, and we can follow up again if you'd like to, and let me know if this helps. I thought maybe a video might be more helpful than just paper, because it's really hard and abstract to learn just solely on paper. So Jack is an affectionate husband, thoughtful son, and is kind to his kids. So affectionate husband, thoughtful son. So then we need another adjective and another noun to show who Jack is. So Jack is and kind father. And it says the same thing, it just says it a little bit differently. Kind to his kids, kind father. And now that keeps the whole noun, 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 adjective, adjective, adjective. And that's all we're doing with parallel structure. And it reads a little bit better, it just keeps things consistent, and it makes things far more easy on the reader. And especially when you're listening to speeches, speeches are very strategic like this, and that's why we do parallel structure. Okay, I hope this video helps. Let me know if it does help you, and if video feedback helps you and we need to do your papers like this, we certainly can do it this way. Thanks for your time, thanks for reaching out to me, and I appreciate it. Bye.